Hi, and welcome to another episode of Four Wheel Chats.
I'm V.
And I'm Matt.
In this episode, we'll be finding out about some of the wonderful things people have been doing during this very challenging time.
We'll be hearing from choral director Mark De Lisser.
And Amy Gathercole from Nottingham, who's doing her bit for the NHS.
But before all that, Cat Cam!
That was very cute, but should we get talking to our guests?
Yeah, let's do that. First up, we have choral director Mark De Lisser.
Now, he's probably best known for his arrangement of Stand By Me for the royal wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle a couple of years ago.
But as well as that, he oversees a variety of choirs, which gave him the idea to organise the World Choir.
He challenged anyone and everyone to see if they could make a song. 500 people got in touch with him from across the world, and the World Choir was born. Let's talk to Mark now.
Hey, Mark.
Hi.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good, very good. And yourself?
Put it this way, I'm well and my family are well, so I'm really blessed at that. I mean, there's loads of people going through some crazy, really heartbreaking stuff at the moment. But no, I'm well.
How did it feel to know so many people kind of wanted to be part of this?
It was beautiful, actually, because you kind of get this sense, or not even you get the sense, we all know that the world is in this. You know what I mean? So no one's looking in going, oh, I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry that's happening to you. Everybody's going, this is happening to us at the same time. And so really, I should have thought that there would have been a lot of people from around the world, but I just didn't. In my head, I was like, I'm just one guy. I can send out a song, lend your voice, record it, send it back to me. And I thought maybe 50 people, but this is, the numbers are right for what we're going through right now. It's a global problem. This is a global pandemic. So really, everybody's in the same boat. So yeah, 500 people.
And not just from one country, kind of the world over.
We had, Peru, we had Lithuania, we had South America, we had South Africa, we had Australia, New Zealand, Greece, France, Spain, Switzerland, Germany, Italy, Portugal, literally, the US, loads of people from the US. It was like unbelievable. We did a Zoom call on Saturday because the first song that I put out was Lean On Me. This was 2 weeks ago. And in putting that out, I said, okay, this is a song for now. We all want to lean on each other. We all want to be together and support each other. And then Friday, before we put the song out, Bill Withers died, or it was announced that he had passed away. And so we thought, oh my goodness. So we'd already recorded all the parts. And so I said to the 500 members of the World Choir, I said, look, let's have a Zoom call. And so I set up 4 Zoom calls in the space of like 4 or 5 hours. And they all, loads of people came in. So the first one was like 80 people. The next one was 90 people. And it just kept going on throughout the evening, So that's what we did. So we have to do a second song and a third and a fourth and a fifth and just keep going.
From a technical point of view, how was it managing 500 people?
Some people had the phones kind of like here. Do you know what I mean? Some people were like really like here. Some, their dogs barking in the background. You know what I mean? They're jewelry jangling, kids coming in going, Daddy, what are you doing? You know what I mean? All of that. So we had all of those things all over the recordings. But we can kind of get rid of all of those. One of the major things for me was, it's what you tell people to do. It's just like, can you label your file with your name and the part you sang? That's really simple, right? And I get it because we're not everybody is as technical as us guys, right? I would assume you're very technical. So it's just like, oh, okay, I've recorded it now. What do I do with it? I send it to the email and it just goes. And then I get an email from Sharon and her part says audio file 1.0.0.5.6. And it's like, I don't know what you sang. So I have to, from that point of view, it was quite tough. It took a long time to work out what people had sung, but we got there.
You got there. It was a success, wasn't it?
It really was. Totally. And, timely as well for obviously the sentiment of the song, also for the passing of Bill Withers as well. That wasn't really the plan, but we kind of moved it forward a little quicker just to get it out as a tribute. But massively a success, and a success most importantly because people from around the world in this project felt connected, and we all feel connected to the pandemic anyway, but we also sense that there is this feeling of us wanting to be all right together. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's really, really what came across.
There is something about music that does just, whether or not you can sing, there is just something about music that does connect people, isn't there?
There is, and I guess because it's something that's, I think, inherent within us. You know, I always say this, but when we all came out of the womb, you know, we made what we call a cry, which is a sustained tone, which is the basis of singing, right? And it's that sense of release through a cry that we get used to, right? And so in doing that for all of your formative years, I mean, my kids are 10, 6 and 5, and they all, I mean, I'm at home now, they, you know, 3 of them have cried in the last 45 minutes. Do you know what I mean? At some point, for something. But it is a massive release, and it's that release that we get used to as we grow. And so the same release that you get from crying is the same release that you get from singing. Yeah? And so when you do come together and it's like nobody's watching you, you don't feel embarrassed or anything, and it's a number of people, it's the best feeling ever in the world.
And I can totally relate to that, I suppose, because I don't sing, but I do play I try to play some instruments, and I find that a really good outlet. You know, if I'm feeling low, I'll just play the guitar, and then that's kind of a nice outlet of getting emotions out of my mind, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and that's really, really important that we have to continue doing these things that are outlets. You know, we have to, because with everything being in lockdown now, it's like where is the outlet? You know, I'm not a massive gym goer, but I have started this year primarily because I'm 95 and, you know, I mean, things are going south kind of thing. But I'm not 95.
Don't say.
I
was thinking to myself, like, did I hear that right?
Yeah.
Not yet. Anyway, a few more years. But I started going to the gym this year, and it's like, actually, this is really cool. This gym thing it's all right. I'm not a massive fan, but it's all right. But it is a release for me, and that's closed now. And I'm like, well, what do I do? Do you know what I mean? And actually, my outlet is very much, I'll go and I'll sit in my studio and I'll do an arrangement. My studio is literally just around the corner, so I can take my prescribed exercise and go to my studio and then come back home. But that's what I do. And so if other people are finding doing stuff like the World Choir as a release, then you know what? All power to it. Absolutely keep doing that.
Are you still wanting more people to kind of sign up to it? Like, and if so, how can they find you?
The simple way to do it is if you go onto my Instagram, or even go onto Instagram and type in the World Choir, all one word, then you can find us there. And the simple thing is, I'll take as many people as I can get, and that's not me saying I want 20,000 people, 30,000 people. That's not saying that. I'm saying that, look, I want people to stay and remain connected throughout this time. And I want people to know that there are people across the world that are going through exactly the same thing. So let's get together, do a song together that we can listen to and feel like, actually, I feel supported by that person in Peru and that person in Brazil. I feel supported by them, even though I'm sitting here in London or Milan or Auckland or wherever you might be across the world. You know, you just feel connected to those people.
Well, I'm really excited to see the next one.
It's been lovely to talk to you, Mark.
Thank you for having me on, guys. It's a real pleasure to kind of talk to you guys.
Oh, what a lovely guy.
Such a nice guy. And he may have well just persuaded me to join that choir.
You totally should. And you should too.
You should too.
Right, let's go to Cat Cam.
Just when I thought Cat Cam had gone away.
Let's talk to Amy from Nottingham.
She's a communications officer by day, but in her spare time, she's now part of a movement called For the Love of Scrubs. It's a group made up of hundreds of volunteers who are using their spare time to sew scrubs and much other needed accessories for the NHS. Let's speak to Amy.
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you just tell us a bit about what the initiative is in a nutshell?
Yeah, so basically, at the moment, obviously, everywhere around the world is facing a crisis. They are also facing a crisis on the front line in the lack of PPE, so personal protective equipment. And the problem is that factories are on other continents. They could be in China, they could be in America. They cannot get scrubs and other equipment fast enough to our front line in Europe, let alone just the UK. So a lady in Lincolnshire called Ashley set up an initiative about 3 weeks ago called For the Love of Scrubs, made a pair for her whole ward. And then this has now walked into 30,000 people on Facebook. 30,000, insane, have joined this initiative, and all over the country, people are coordinating and sewing away with pairs of scrubs.
Yeah. And it's such vital work, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, the front line, so the bigger problem is that obviously nurses and doctors wear scrubs anyway, but the problem being that lots of COVID-19 wards that aren't normally there, GPs are being asked to wear them because of contamination. So, yeah, we kind of stepped into the breach. I and two other ladies got involved, set up a Facebook page for Nottinghamshire a week ago tomorrow. And there's now over 400 members as of about 10 minutes ago. And about 600 pairs of scrubs are being sewn up across Nottinghamshire from these 400 people. People are donating like bed sheets and leaving them on driveways for people to collect to make laundry bags. And we've just nearly raised $2,000. So the GoFundMe page is going really well.
How does it feel that you're contributing so much to the NHS?
So my neighbour is a nurse. She's on the respiratory unit at City Hospital in Nottingham. And when I told her the other day, she cried. So that reaction, and, you know, the local paper covered it recently, and being able to talk to people and seeing how much difference we're making, because some of the emails we're getting, it's full of desperation and it's horrifying. And obviously it's as close as I'm personally going to get to it. So the more I can do to help, the better. It all kind of stems from my granddad as a kid told me to look for the helpers and try and be one. So that's where we're at. So it feels amazing to be able to do a little bit to help support our heroes.
So where did your love of crafts come from?
My love of crafts? Oh, gosh. I'm an only child. My mum bought me some kind of kit when I was about 4 to keep me entertained. And it had everything from painting, sewing, stitching, paper craft. My nana used to quill, which is a very old-fashioned form of paper craft. That's kind of coming back. And my grandma makes cards. So crafting has been around my life forever. Made this shirt all by myself.
Amazing.
And well, you've got to have the branding, haven't you?
Yeah.
And the creativity just helps my mental health. And I think at a time like this, because obviously there's so much going on in the world right now, watching the news isn't necessarily helpful every day. And I just think if you can get stuck in and find a project, it's going to help.
It's been lovely to speak to you, Amy.
And you guys, like, it's really cool what you're doing with these shows. I'm loving watching all the episodes. But I guess I better go back to sewing and sorting out the sewing army.
Thank you so much. I mean,
Thank
good
you.
luck with it all. Oh, it's absolutely brilliant what Amy and the rest of the volunteers are doing for the NHS.
It really is. And if you want to find out more information about that or what Mark's doing, the details will be in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Stay strong and safe, beautiful people.